Okay, now we are on the question number 9. It's part B. And it says the glass prism in the figure 9.1 is used to split white light from the sun into different colors. Draw on figure 9.1 to show the action of the prism on the light as it passes through the prism. Okay, so let me take copy it from here, take it in the paint. Okay, so we copy it, take paint. Okay, so now what will happen when the white light passes through the this prism, the white light splits into its colors, 7 colors, and at this very face, when it touches the prism, the white light is splitted, and it will split into its 7 colors. Okay, remember that thing.
Babe.
So, but let me use this. They will form 7 colors. So you will show this, another light ray. Let me use the pencil. That is easy. 2, 3, 4. Oh my God. There should be straight lines. Okay, because I am drawing with the cursor. 6, 7. You are supposed to draw straight lines. Okay, they should not be wavy. Okay, so when they come out, they will go like this. They will go like this. The coding, remember that coding here you have to write Roy, red, orange, Roy, G, green, Roy, G, Biv, B-I-V. You have to draw 7. I think I have drawn only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have to draw 7, okay? Draw this diagram very neatly, okay? Because I am drawing with the cursor, so my lines are not straight. And you have to, on each line, you have to write the name of the color. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. The code word is Roy G. Biv. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo,
Sir,
violet.
done.
Roy G. Biv. You are done?
Next. Yes, sir.
Okay. One precaution is no line. See this line. Carefully see this line. No line should go above this line. Oh, sorry. I need to draw this. This is the original track. All these lines should remain below the red line. Okay? None of your lines should go above this red line because this is the original path of the light.
Okay, sir. Done.
None. Okay, so it's good. Unfortunately, I'm using the cursor. I'm using the mouse to draw these lines. So,
It's
sorry,
okay,
thank you.
sir.
Okay, now let's move to the next part. This question is of 3 marks. Now, a 2-mark question. Explain why the prism splits the white light into different colors. Okay. So there are two or three arguments which you should, first of all, listen carefully what I'm saying. You see, each color has a different wavelength. Each color has a different frequency. So when they enter into the glass prism, their speeds are different from each other. In air, their speed is same. But when they enter into the glass, their speed is different from each other. Their speed decreases, and then each color have different speed. So that's why each color is deflected at a different angle. Each color is refracted at a different angle. Another argument which you can write is that the prism has different refractive index for each color. For example, its refractive index with respect to the red color will be different. Its refractive index with respect to the blue color will be different. Its refractive index with respect to the green color will be different. So that's why the prism has bended these colors at different angles of refraction. They all have the same angle of incidence on the surface of the prism, but the angle of refraction for each color is different. That the reason is that the glass prism has different refractive index with respect to different colors. Let's check what the marking scheme says, and then you should write the answer. First, let's check the marking scheme. Different colors have different speeds in the glass or different refractive indices. One mark is for this argument, and the second mark is for saying that they will have the different angles of refraction or refract at different angles. So if you understand, write your answer, then we will see what you have written.
सर आपने कहा था कि इन लोगों की स्पीड फ्रीक्वेंसी और वेवलेंथ अलग होते हैं, ये वाला पॉइंट लिखना है.
Yes, in the glass they have different speeds with respect to each other. Comparative to each other, they have different speeds. That's why they refract at different angles. Or the second another argument is that the prism has different refractive indices for different colors. That's why they are refracted at different angles. Write your argument, and then we will see what you have written. Once you are done with this thing, we will check your answer. You will read the answer, and I will make the corrections if it needs correction.
Sir, I have written.
Yes, what you have written?
They split into different colors as they all have different speeds in glass with respect to each other. So all have different angle of refraction at glass prism.
They have different
angle of refraction at glass prism.
Okay. You said with respect to each other, underline this word, and you can write here comparatively to each other. They have different speeds comparative to each other. With respect to each other, not that good.
Okay, sir. Done. Next.
1 point, which one very good argument is that the glass prism has different refractive index for each color. So that's why each color is refracted at different angle. That can also be the answer. Muskan, you have written
Okay,
your
sir. Next.
answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Muskan have net issue.
So because the Muskan sound do not come continuously, that's why we are unable to check
Contact
her
with her.
answers. But once we are done with this video, then we can check her answers also. Okay. So the next question. This was 2 mark question.
Yes.
The Earth is 1.5 into 10 raised power 8 kilometer from the Sun. State the speed of the light in a vacuum. The speed of the light in the vacuum is 3 expo 8 meter per second. You need to remember this number. 3
Okay,
expo
sir.
8 meter per second. It's a 1 mark
Next.
question. You only have to state. Let me show you the marking scheme also. You can see that number.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next one. Okay, the next one is calculate the time taken for light to travel from the sun to the earth. Okay, so from the speed time formula, we know that let me, we know that the time is equals to distance, the
Divided by
distance,
speed.
yes, distance divided by speed. Okay, but there is a problem. You see, this distance is in kilometer, but the speed we know is in meters per second. This distance is kilometers. So you just multiply it with 1000 and it will be converted into, so it will become 1.5 into 10 raised to power. It's 8. So when you multiply it with 1000, 3 will be added into it and it will become 11. Okay. And you divide it with 3 expo 8. You understand what I have done here? I converted that
5,000 is the answer.
kilometers. So what is the answer?
5,000.
5,000 second. So in times, in seconds, it will be 5,000 seconds. Let me check the answer. He says 500 seconds. 500 seconds. You said 5,000 seconds. Why? Check your calculation again. You said 5,000, but in the marking scheme, he says
Yes,
500
sir.
seconds.
It is 500.
It's 500. So the answer will be
Yes.
500 second.
Yes. Next.
Distance divided by speed. The only problem was that this distance was in kilometers. So we have to convert it into seconds. Okay?
Okay.
That was a 2 mark numerical. The sun also produces a solar wind, which is a stream of charged particles. In one part of space, the solar wind is due to the movement of protons and alpha particles away from the sun, a charge of 180 coulomb passes through a small volume of space in 2 minutes. Calculate the electric current in this volume. You see, the electric current we can find out. The electric current formula is that the current is equals to charge, the amount of the charge
Divided by
divided by the
T.
time. Yeah, divided by T. Just put the values there. So it's so easy. You see the charge. How much is the charge? 180 coulomb. And you divide it with the time. Time is how much? 2 minutes. But in this formula, we don't take the time in minutes. We take the time in seconds. So 2 multiplies 60, that will be 120 seconds. So just get the answer. You have the
Sir,
calculator.
in all the calculation, we take time in seconds.
Most of the calculations we take time in seconds. I cannot say in all the calculations, but mostly the SI unit for the time is seconds. So most of the formulas which we use in our physics, the time is taken in seconds, but not, I cannot say all of them. Not all of them. For
Okay, sir,
example, when you calculate electric energy kilowatt hour, the time is taken in hours. There we don't take the time in seconds. So what is its answer?
1.5 ampere.
1.5 ampere. So the answer is 1.5 ampere. Do you understand this numerical?
Yes.
Okay, so it's good. Let me check the marking scheme also if we are going good. G. So 1.5 ampere is the answer. So that's good. Okay, so next part is here we have complete the table in the figure 9.24, an alpha particle, a proton and a gamma ray. So here we have to describe the nature, we have to state the charge, and we also have to tell that through which it cannot penetrate, by which it is stopped. So first of all, alpha particles. Alpha particles are they are charged particles. They are 2 protons and 2 neutrons basically together. Alpha particles
Helium
are,
nuclei.
it's a nucleus of helium. It is like nucleus of helium and it has 2 protons and 2 neutrons. That is its nature. The charge on the alpha particle is positive. And the alpha particle can be stopped by a paper. A thin paper can stop alpha particles. Their penetration ability is very low.
Next.
Then next is proton. Its entries are already written there. Then we have gamma rays. Gamma rays are electromagnetic. They are part of the electromagnetic spectrum. They are electromagnetic radiation. Charge, they are neutral. The gamma rays do not have a charge on them. They are neutral. And they can be only stopped by a sheet of lead. They can be only stopped by a sheet of lead. Let me check the answer. You see? Do you see the marking scheme?
Yes.
So the table is filled, huh?
Yes, sir. Next.
Okay, so we move to the next question. This is question number 10. It's a 4-mark question. He says, describe 2 differences between boiling and evaporation. This is a very, very famous question. And when I would have taught you, I should have told you this, that the difference between the boiling and evaporation. The difference between the boiling and evaporation is also written in your physics
Yes,
matter.
you
They have made a table for this thing. Difference between boiling and evaporation, if you remember that thing. So we have to describe two differences. Boiling happens at a specific temperature, which is called the boiling point. Whereas evaporation occurs on all kind of temperatures. It do not happen on a specific temperature. Okay, that's the one difference. Another difference is during the boiling, the bubbles are formed in the liquid body. And during evaporation, no bubbles are formed. Another difference can be evaporation happens only on the surface of the liquid, whereas the boiling happens throughout the body of the liquid. Another difference is that the boiling is a very quick process, whereas the evaporation is a slow process. Another difference is evaporation do not require energy from outside the liquid. If it gets energy, it is good for evaporation, but it do not basically require. But the boiling require external energy, like you provide with the help of a stove or a Bunsen burner or electric heater. You provide the energy, then the boiling
sir,
happens. During the boiling process,
I
the
have
temperature
written.
do not change. But when the evaporation happens, the temperature starts dropping. So you have written your answer. Let me show you
Sir,
the.
yes.
Have a look at the marking scheme also before you have written. That is good, but have a look at the marking scheme as well. It's a very famous question. It can come again. Boiling occurs at one temperature, constant temperature. Evaporation occurs at all or any temperature. Boiling occurs within throughout the liquid or causes bubbles. Evaporation occurs at surface. Boiling requires a heat source affected by the rate of heating. Evaporation causes cooling affected by the wind, etc. Temperature remains constant during boiling. Evaporation temperature drops. So, Kursam, what differences you have written? Read them.
Sir, I have written evaporation occurs at any temperature while boiling occurs only at fixed boiling points. Evaporation occurs when evaporation occurs, bubbles are not formed while in boiling bubbles are formed.
You only have to write two, okay? That's good. That was a 4-mark question, okay? So it's a very. Explain using ideas about molecules why thermal energy is needed to boil a liquid. Why we need thermal energy to boil a liquid? You see, during the boiling, the energy you provide, which is doing the boiling, that energy is used to overcome the intermolecular forces. That energy is used to break the intermolecular bonds completely. That energy is used to move the particles away from each other. That energy is also used to overcome the atmospheric pressure. So for these purposes, you need energy during the boiling. That energy is used doing these processes. Never, 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 never say during the boiling, the energy will use to speed up the molecules. Never, never, never say during the boiling, the energy you provided is used to increase the kinetic energy. These two things do not happen during the boiling. You understand? So on your screen, the marking scheme is again showing thermal energy is used to break the bonds, work done against the intermolecular forces. Molecules move further apart, potential energy increases. That you can say. Or molecules push back the atmosphere. Look at the wording he's using. You need energy to push back the atmosphere. So write your answer. It's a 2-mark question. Then we will hear what you have written.
Sir, I have written.
Okay. We would like to hear.
Thermal energy is needed to break intermolecular bonds between the
Intermolecular
molecules.
bond, yes.
The energy is needed to move particles further apart. Energy is used to overcome atmospheric pressure.
Yeah. Push back the atmospheric pressure. Okay, so it's good.
Next,
It's a 2-mark question, and I think your answer is right. Okay, so let's move to the next question. In one type of bathroom shower, cold water passes through a metal pipe which contains an electric heater. The cold water is heated and emerges from the shower head. The temperature of the cold water before heating is measured and the hot water emerging from the shower is in 1 minute is collected in a container. So time is 1 minute. Okay. Measurement other data are temperature of the water before heating 16 degrees centigrade, temperature of the water after heating 37 degrees centigrade, volume of the water collected in 1 minute is 4.6 expo minus 3 meter cube. Specific heat capacity of the water is 4200 joules per kg per degree centigrade. Density of the water is 1000 kg per meter cube. Calculate the mass of water leaving the shower in 1 second. Okay. So now he wants us to find out the mass of water in 1 second. In the volume in 1 minute is given. The density is given. So let us find out first of all the mass in 1 minute. Okay. You see, let me bring it here. You know the mass is equals to density multiply volume.
divide.
Uh-huh. Should it be divide?
No, sir.
Yes. Mass is density multiply volume. What is the density? That's 4200. No, not 4220. It is 1000. 1000 and you multiply it with 4.6 expo minus 3. Just get me the answer of this thing.
46.
That. So what is the answer?
46 kilograms.
46 kg. This is the water which is coming in 1 minute. His question is not this. His question is, this water came in 1 minute. His question is how much water will come in 1 second. So if this much water is coming in 1 minute, so in 1 second how much water? Yeah, divide it with the 60. Because in 1 minute there are 60 seconds. So just get me the answer. And we will check what our answer is good or no. So what will be the answer? 46 divided by 60. 46 divided by 60. Are we getting answer?
0.076.
0.076 kg.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the answer. Let me check this answer also. From the marking scheme, we make sure that our answers are good. Yeah, it looks our answer is right. Okay, the next part.
Next.
Are you done with this thing? It's a 2 marks numerical.
Yes, sir.
Okay. He says calculate the thermal energy heat gained by the water in 1 second. You know the heat involved, we can find out that thing. The heat involved is mc delta theta. mc delta theta. Okay, I'm not able to write the delta right now, so just I'm writing the Q. Q means the change in the temperature. mc delta theta. The mass is 0.076 0.076, and the value of the C, the specific heat capacity, is 4200, and the change in the temperature from 16 it changed to how much? 37. So it's something 21, I think. The change in the temperature is 21. From 16 it's converted into 37 degrees. So the change is like 21 degrees. Okay, you have your calculator with you, beta. Please do the calculation. Yes. Can we get the answer?
6791.21.
What is S? What you said?
6792.
692. So it's 6792.
6791.
6791 Joule. Okay. So that's our answer. So let's check whether our answer is good or no. They have rounded it 6,800 joules. So they have rounded it. We can also round it. So the rounded answer will be, he has rounded it to two significant figures. Do you understand this numerical?
Yes, sir. Next part.
Okay, so we are moving to the next question, next part, I mean. Now, to calculate the efficiency of the shower, the value in the B second and the value of one other quantity are needed. State
Input
what
of
other quantity
water.
is needed. That is the output we just calculated. That is the output of that heater, and
Input is needed.
we need to know what is the input of that heater. For that purpose, I can calculate the energy, or I can calculate the electric power which is provided, and the formula is, for that I need to know what is the voltage provided and how much is the current provided. Okay, voltage and current which is provided to that electric heater, these quantities are required. Let me check the marking scheme also. We need input electric energy or power mentioned. And his question was, let me rephrase that question. What other quantity is needed? We need electric energy.
Efficiency.
For finding electric energy, we will require the voltage provided, the amount of current provided, which means you can find out the electric energy provided to the electric heater.
Sir, they are
Or,
asking to calculate efficiency of the shower. Output is given, we need input.
yes, we need, it's not an electric heater, it's electric heater. So we should know the input energy or the input power. And because it is electric heater, so we should know, you don't have to write this. I'm just explaining to you that electric, for calculating the electric energy, we need the voltage and the amount of current provided to the electric heater. So you only have to state, name it, that I need to know the input energy or input power.
Next.
Then he says, describe how these two values are used to calculate the efficiency of the power. You know, we have a formula that says the efficiency, you divide the output energy with the input energy and you multiply it with 100. Output energy, which you just calculated in the second part, divided by the input energy, multiply 100. Let me check the marking scheme. Efficiency is output energy divided by the input energy. He just wrote the formula. What do you say?
Nothing, sir.
So what answer you have written?
I have written we will divide output energy with input energy and then multiply it with 100.
Okay, that's good. The the metal pipe that contains the electric heater is earth. The metal pipe that contains the electric heater is earth. Explain why this is necessary. You see, you earth the outer body of an electric heater, or in this case, the electric heater's metal pipe is earth. If by mistake, if accidentally, God forbids, if the live current starts coming into that pipe, if the live current starts coming into that pipe and you have connected a earth, then what will happen? That current will go to the ground through that earth wire. Oh God. Oh. There is a problem because, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So all of a sudden, what happened? The internet has changed. Something happened with the internet. But that fourth number part question, it is just 2-mark question. You see what will happen if you have connected the earth wire. If someday live current comes in that pipe, the earth wire will direct the current into the ground. And by doing so, you will be spared. If anybody who touches the heater, he will be spared from an electric shock. Okay? Another argument people
Yes,
write,
sir.
if the heater becomes live, that pipe becomes live, means it comes in contact with the live wire. Through the live wire, the current, through the earth wire, the current will go into the ground. And the amount of current coming from the main supply will increase. And this will blow the fuse. And you all will be safe. Because the supply of the current will be cut off.
Sir, we can take a break क्योंकि आपकी आवाज clear नहीं आ.
चले ठीक है. So we stop this recording. Let me see from where I can stop this recording. No. I don't know. We don't have this option here. So let me. We will take a break. Give me a minute and.
I will join the class again at 1:15.